Welcome back to Finnegan's Farm and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So, just to start the video, as you can see, we have a mint Scania here. It's a John Shelbourne's Haulage new lorry. It's a 650 Scania V8, brand new, fresh out of the box. So with Paul Blading here at the back, after loading up the planter. So I don't know if it's warm today, but the boys are definitely sweating. It's a tight old squeeze. She's a fair wide yoke on the road. You'd want about 20 eyes to load this thing.
Well, it is very wide, and the last time we had trouble in getting it up, it was very tight there on the outrigger. So John Shelbourne there from Shelbourne Transport said, came up with the idea, going to make the outriggers a little bit wider. So we're after putting the outriggers on, and as you can see, the planter is sitting more comfortable now than it was. We said from Paul Bale here, we had a heart attack here on the last day trying to get up, and it was kind of wanted to slip off or so. This time it's not going to go anywhere.
It's actually nearly harder to load than the spud harvester.
Yeah, well, it is because it's
the same width.
Yeah, but it's so wide. The fact that you have to get it up. With the tracks here would probably sit up inside the body, but the wheels are completely on the outside of the machine. So therefore, you have to stabilise it. Now, when you get it up, it's fine because you can actually lay it down and sit the planter sits down on the body. Yeah. So there's no real pressure on the wheels. The wheels are only there then just to get it up and to get it off. That's really it. So. Yeah, it should be alright. So
we've Dublin done, you can see the field behind us, and we're just heading to a tie now, so the season a tie. So another thing I want to show you here on Finnegan's Farm is how clean we keep our cabs. So this is the tractor I to be in, as you can see, nice carpet there. I take off the boots here, leave them at the door, like at home, and then I drive my socks, and it's nice and comfy on the ground. The whole cab is nice and clean. Then I have the roll here for cleaning the windows now. The windows aren't just spotless at the minute. Look worse from the outside probably, so I need to give them a top up. But other than that, I have me hanger here for me quickie jacket, just when I want to be clean, because as you can see, this jacket is a jacket I wear when I'm out and rooting at the back of the tractor. So keep this one dirty, keep that one clean, and yeah, we'll move on to the next man because there's a lot of lads here to keep the cabs clean. So next up we have a man who takes nearly too much pride in his clean cab. This is just a bit weird now, Niall, being honest. Like getting in and out of a teleport and he takes off his boots, that's a bit much for me, but he does keep it very, very clean.
Sure, when you're sitting in it for so many hours a day.
Exactly. Phone holder, mirror to look at myself, sunglasses on, food, bit of a munch on.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it. And now we'll head across, he's the fast track as well, so we'll have a look at that as well. So because the teleport is only 40k, we've Niall here in the fast track to bring it around with the low loader on. He does a few other bits with seed and stuff, so I'll hop in there. Or do you even want to get in case you dirty it? Look, boots off at the door. He's taught well as a gossin. His mother has him well trained. So leather seats, handy keep clean. Floor is spotless. Airline.
Heated seat, finish for cleaning my floor.
Yeah.
Have a rag in my bag. Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. So yeah, another free. So another man that likes to keep his cab clean is the famous Cathal Russell.
Oh, hello, how are we getting on now?
Look at that for a mint cab. He's the floor swept out. He's his boots one side. He even has a pair of shoes the other side, just in case his feet get cold. You want double socks on.
Exactly.
Everything is nice and clean.
I try and have a clean side and a dirty side on the toolbox and whatnot.
Yeah.
You have to have your breakdown essentials.
Exactly. So,
but keep alright.
There's the hanger there for the jumper, the bag, sunroof open.
Sunglasses. Everything you need. Radio, tune cast.
The whole lot.
We have the makings of a good couple of weeks.
Yeah, so you're in it long enough during the day, so you don't want to keep it clean.
I know, it's like sitting on an armchair here at this guy. Jeez, you just sit back and do a bit of deshorn and all. Try and keep it right.
Are we in? We're not in the far side, are we?
Are we just down again for a second? I know.
Oh! Wow. So just to explain that bit of celebration, we recalibrated the arms because we were getting a bit of play in our stabiliser. So as you would have seen, Niall there was stretching the arms as far as it could go so that they're sitting in the balls, and we have absolutely no play in that because the GPS is down to 1 centimetre, but sure, if you play in your arms, it's going to be moving over 1 centimetre or two, so she's no good. She'd be no good. So we have the top link. Handy job here. The spool tree in the tractors is on the side of the mudguard. Whoa!
Back in a small touch.
Oh! I brought it to the nailer. So his space is in between to stop playing the top link, but Niall, space is not meant for the ground. So I have my hand on it. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh, and there she goes.
Oh, hold on, actually, I noticed this as well. This is no good, no good. So I need to get a new one of them. And other than that, thanks a million, Niall. I'm ready to go. All my pipes and lights, that's all I need. Then these jokes, I can't stand. Now, talk about clean cabs. Look at this man's lorry. We're just here with the famous Jamie Dempster, who works for John Shelbourne Haulage, and he's delivering a load of seed up to us here in Athy. So he's in a Scania lorry that he absolutely adores, clearly. So Jamie, tell us a bit about the lorry and what model and make and all that.
It's a R620 top line. It's a tag axle. Hang on now. I don't want to clean
concentrate here now, yeah. It's just a tight old yard. That's why we asked for Jamie, because he's probably the most experienced driver that Shelley has. The boys won't like that one.
Sour lads are that comment.
Jamie is a twin as well as Stevie. Stevie won't like to hear that one.
We taught him everything in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a top line 620. You have all your gizmos in it. Your fridge is under here. Let me make this now.
You have a bed.
Your bed. Oh, you have two beds. You have one up here as well.
Oh, right.
Double bunk. That's your fridge. To the butter. I keep my wipes in there. That's a hell of a tip. You know, in the summer when you're sweating and you go out somewhere dusty, wipes in the fridge. Deadly job. There's your freezer. Wouldn't really have anything in that now. Not this time of year.
A few ice creams.
Huh?
Few loop-de-loops there.
Yeah.
And then up top you have...
Up top we have... This is your percolator for your coffee or whatnot.
Yeah.
There's your water thing there. Percolator. I have tea bags. I'm not a coffee man. And there, then you have your microwave. There's my plate. More tea bags.
Oh.
She walks away the finest. Most used thing in the lorry.
Yeah, I'd say that.
And then up here then, there's not really up here, it's just storage stuff
there,
and safety gear and gloves. And
keep clean.
that's pretty much...
yeah, no, she's mint now.
That's
in
pretty
fairness
much
now, all you do keep the lorries immaculate.
You'd have to, sure, if you're spending 12 or 15 hours a day in them, you kind of want to be them, keep them half right, don't you?
Exactly.
I can't do pigsty, I can't do messy.
No,
Even the way you fold me rag. It's just OCD. Has to be done.
Yeah. Right, we'll hop out here and we'll
get out and give Niall a job.
Yep. So, Jamie's trailer here. Just explain a bit about the trailer, because I wouldn't have a clue.
Well, this is a Euroliner, so this has fixed posts on it going up the trailer. There would have been one here at some time of its life. And pretty much there, if you see these 3 ones going up here, 2, 3, there would have been lots of timber that's sitting them, and they go all the way up. You can't go out in the continent without them on your trailer.
All right.
It's kind of tricky now with having them fixed, that if you have a load that maybe something is sticking out on a pallet or something, you can't move them, but you work with it.
Yeah, so sometimes even with the box it'd be tricky. Cause
yeah, well, Skinner now, in fairness, he's dead on, arrow straight. Me loading them out. Yeah, I get one post in and then bull the other one off. Yeah. You'd never as well, if you're people that don't know anything about lorries, right, you kind of wouldn't really undo 2 posts at the same time, because your roof will sag and sit down then.
Yeah, because it's supported by them.
And if it's pissing rain and you're parked in a level spot, if you go in somewhere to get a docket or something sorted and you come out and they say, right, open up, we'll tip you. You take the 2 of them off, it'll be an avalanche of water coming in now on top of you. So that's kind of general practice is what you would do there. So you do 1. And then she'll just slide along out of the way, like so. And that's that bit.
Yeah, so you pull that out of the way and then when they're taking off, you can just slide that one back.
I'd move this one back and then I'd go for that one.
Free that one up.
Yeah, I'd never really do 2 at the same time. You do 1 on each side, all right, but you'd never do 2 on the same side.
Yeah.
Unless you absolutely had to, but it's good practice not to.
So Jamie just pulled in there with the lorry, and we've Niall here behind us with the teleporter, and we've Barry here. Barry actually owns the land that he's at least to us for the spuds. So we had a bit last year, didn't we?
We had a little bit last year and we got on very well.
Yeah, so that's why we got more this year.
So that's
so everyone's benefiting.
Everybody is happy at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
We'll see what happens at the back end when we go to dig them, but it'll be alright.
Please God it will.
Yeah. So we've 2 fields here. We've a big enough one here. Well, how many acres in this field here?
There's 44 in this field.
And then the smaller one?
There's 22, yeah, there's 22 down. He's in the 22 acre at the moment, and then there's 8 acres down at the road.
Yeah.
So it's all stubble. All winter barley ground. All winter barley ground.
Not so bad. So what are you planning on putting something in next year, or do we?
I'm what they call it, putting wheat here after when in the 10th of October. That's what we.
The aim.
That's
now we'll let the weather decide that now.
The
we
10th
hope
of
to have
October.
them too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it.
Yeah, and you get a good crop of wheat after.
Then it looks very good this year. It looks very good. I can't complain on that one.
Yeah.
So
and you have a lovely yard here to facilitate.
And the yard is nice here, and
we can have the boxes in under cover.
And the lads are very good at keeping it clean.
Yeah, look at the ground there.
Which I like.
Not a bit of muck.
Not a bit of muck.
Yeah, so you give us his sweeper there. His is be sweeping the yard with the forklift sweeper.
Yeah.
But no, we'll head across to the lads now. We'll keep working. We won't stop Barry. Barry won't stop us. Barry's just on his way there. He's gone off spraying, but got the lads in here. Niall's after unloading Jamie, and we got the large rooster potatoes in the shed.
Yeah, we've loaded them off there now. Just stacking our fulls here on the left hand side of the shed, and we're going to stack the empties in against that back wall there because.
Yeah, sure. We'll walk in here and we'll show you exactly what's going on. So you're going to have the empties that when we empty the boxes, there's no point bringing them home to bring them back up when we're digging. So we leave them. Well, thankfully Barry has given us the permission to leave them in the shed. So there's about 80 acres on this farm, so we'll have 80 empty spud boxes ready for next year. So Niall has.
We're going to try and load out this wall now, 2 wide, right out here to the very front.
Yeah.
So that way they're not in the way, and I can get up my fulls here. And when I have my fulls emptied, straight in there with the empties.
Yeah, and then he can still have his bit for his machinery on this side. And sure, if he needs more room, we can
take them out. They'll be all right out during the summer.
Yeah, they're out at home. No, even the boys here, they have a good relationship together.
Yeah, no, well, myself and Jamie need to know where one of us are at, because there's no point him landing him in and I have a full shed here and I've nowhere to put his load, so just kind of need to time where he's going to be and when he's going to be here.
You need the ring as well, because that lane, you wouldn't come up that lane for something on it.
No, you just need to know where boys are at, especially on busy days.
Even when you're in here, we were in here earlier, we did Stoner in, we had the Ridger in, we were kind of taking up the yard, but we heard Jamie was coming, so we
cleared out.
And he can get the lorry and then
it's good as well if you're waiting on fertiliser and stuff, if we have it on and we're bringing it down the road too.
Yeah, you can get it straight off and into the spreader even though.
Well, just like there, we'll have to draw a couple of boxes down to a field over the road there because one of the fields are away from the shed here, so we'll put them up on the low loader there, but I unload it straight off Jamie onto the low loader, save double handling them.
Yeah, exactly. And then we can bring them straight down the load rather than unloading half of Jamie here and then
going with them
down the road. At least just get him out and gone. Shelley like that now. Shelley can keep him busy. He's on to the next job. But
any do's and don'ts, Niall, about stacking the boxes or taking them off?
Well, you learn as you go there. Cathal was advising me there. He has plenty of experience gained over the years. But,
especially when you go to digging and you're flat out. Jamie knows that. He's met me in a few days now and he walked away fairly quick.
Like a wasp.
Yeah.
But no, just as long as your fork's in straight there, and you kind of want to have them. You don't want them one side of the box. You want to have them down the middle. And I suppose when you're stacking that height there, you have some weight ahead of you.
Yeah, each one of them boxes is 1.2 tons, so there's nearly 5 ton there coming down through the bottom struts of the boxes, so you need to just make sure they're all level, because if you have one overhanging, obviously all the weight is going to be forced onto that side and you certainly don't want one of them falling.
God no.
Never mind the accident it can cause. Oh yeah, that's the only way you learn.
Any experience with that, Cathal?
I do remember when I was about 14 maybe, I was bringing 2 boxes across the yard and it was windy behind me, now not that it made a difference. I had them up. You're meant to keep them very close to the ground so that if they do tip, they're going to hit the ground. But sure, I was only a young, inexperienced man and I had them up about that much. And I went to hit the brakes and the brakes were, I don't know, they were rock hard. Next, just bang, and the 2 boxes just opened out. And I was like, oh, jeez, I better clean this up before Dad comes. And as the 2 boxes fell, all I could see was Dad down the middle of the yard, straight in front of me, looking up at me. I was like, oh, jeez.
But it's an easy thing to happen,
So easy.
Or
even when you're putting your forks in to catch the bottom lat, or go in through them. You think you're actually under it, but you're not.
Or the
and you're
top
actually
of
going
his
into
forks,
them.
as you said about catching the lot halfway up.
Yeah, when the fork comes up, it'll stick in under that and pull that one with it. So you have to be very careful.
Yeah, no, and like they're delicate, like they're only timber. It's not like they're a box of steel or anything.
Exactly.
They will take abuse there, no bother, but you know, easy thing to, yeah.
Just keep your boxes fairly fresh anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, you'd be buying a good few every year, and you'd be trying to get rid of the older ones, because a lot of them do be out during the winter and they do weather, but you can't have them on.
No, you can't
build a shed to put into boxes in.
God, no.
And then the cold stores as well on top of it too, they can brittle in there.
Yeah,
they would really.
Huh?
So I just came in here now, and the planter seems to be in a spot of bother. So Paul, how do you get in this? You seem to have no handle here.
No, the door's just very clean.
Which is the window spotless, Caleb? What in the name of the good Lord?
We're going to make it into convertible tractor here, so yeah.
The roof is next to me.
The roof is next. 20 acre field, who ran into me? John B.
20 acres now.
20 acres of field.
How would you run two into each other?
Well, I was stopped, and John came by me, and he was waving at me, saying hello. But he didn't realise that the elevator was sticking out the back of the stoner. And I was up in the back of the planter, and I was waving to him, telling him to stop. He thought I was waving to him to saying hello, but he kept going. And next minute, psh, that was it.
Well, so we're going to interview John now and see exactly what he thought of the situation and
so
what
there's probably two sides to every story, but that's my side anyway. I was stopped, and I was in the planter. He was going by, and he didn't stop. So
John, please give me your side of the story and what happened in the window.
A story on what now, Cathal?
On the door.
Well, I was destoning in my field as normal.
Yeah.
And some lad stopped his tractor and got out.
Yeah.
And left his door open.
Oh, so there's the problem.
Yes, and in lies the problem. I don't know who it was now, but he left the door open, and the next thing, the whole lot was on the ground.
Next thing, more planted glass.
Yeah, but the doors do have hinges for a reason.
Yes, to close them.
Yeah. So, look, comment what you think. Who was in the wrong? But there's only one winner here, John, and it's just
Not me.
not really open for you. So on next week's Workshop Wednesday, we will have Caleb fitting a new window for the 240. So we're just in the 7820 now, Alex, and I'm just going to inspect the floor and the cleanliness of this tractor. And Alex, tell me, what is going on here?
I'm only off for my 2 weeks Easter holidays.
Yeah.
Didn't have time to clean the tractor.
Yeah.
Whoever's in the last, don't want to name names, Niall O'Reilly, and they just have a pigsty.
Yeah, it's a pigsty.
Oh, it was worse than this as well, but
yeah, you did give it a good little clean, but it's kind of the ripper tractor. There's no air conditioning, back window's kind of open. Doesn't help the situation.
Dust, everything.
But we get the air conditioning right, and then we close the window and we keep her nice and clean.
Aye.
But sure, you're flying anyway. You're mainly just ripping the fertiliser tracks, because the land up here, we normally plough then rip it, but the land is that good up here that we just plough it and then ridge into it, and it's doing an alright job. So Alex only rips out the fertiliser tracks and a bit of tram lines and the neck of the headland where the ridger actually goes in, and then you'll be doing the headlands, heading back now over to the other fields and start the headlands there, and then we'll start wrapping up the place.
Get them done, get out the gap.
That's it, on to the next one. Right, that's the 7820. So John B is not here to defend himself, but we're going to inspect his cab to see how clean it is.
Now,
Caleb, I'll let you.
the first thing I see is
inspect it.
a lot of clean crap around here. Toolbox, because as we all know, Patsby loves breaking down. Patsby's always in the height of hardship. Yeah, we're not having a great week now, to be honest. And look inside. Oh, here.
Here. Oh. John, get his sweeping brush, will ya?
He's after leaving the fucking cows out inside now. Oh, here.
You'd actually plant spuds on that floor,
that's some Jesus, you would, eh?
Right, we move on to the 240. Now, I know we don't have a window or a door.
No, is it not just that clean, no?
Voila. But it's actually fairly clean for a lad that has no door, and there's a bit of dust getting in naturally enough.
No way to protect himself.
All the screens nice and clean. In fairness, it is kept clean.
How many crisp bags behind the seat?
Oh, that's wouldn't want to look there. Say there's more in your tractor though, is there? So that's all from today's YouTube video. Hope you all enjoyed. We've Claire up as a special guest here. Niall's sister, so she come up for a look. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Good luck.